Welcome to Celebrate Aging. I'm Vicki Marthaler here at Ecumen Detroit Lakes. I am standing in our beautiful little chapel with a wonderful addition. And today I am claiming bragging rights because I am a member of our Emmanuel Auxiliary, and the Auxiliary is helping us to add something wonderful to this sacred space. And if you look over my shoulder, you'll see the beginning of a series of 3 stained glass windows. The first one has been installed last night, and we are so excited to share it with you and tell you about it, because this Emmanuel Chapel is used for many things, and the community is invited as well so often to all of our offerings. So I want you to know that our auxiliary, our Emmanuel Auxiliary, is busy, very busy always, but making this place sacred and holy. And when we get together, it's a wonderful time to be reflective and be celebrating. And I want to thank them and brag about that auxiliary just a little bit, because they are doing they have continued and are continuing to do some wonderful things here at Ecumen Detroit Lakes. You know, our auxiliary started probably about the same time they built Emmanuel, and that's almost 50 years ago. So the auxiliary's been around for a long time, and there might be a few misconceptions about it. As it has grown over the years, it has expanded to more than just women. You know how the old mindset was an auxiliary is women doing things? Well, this is women and men. It's couples. And it's more than just retired people. It's also people who have a heart and a desire to be volunteers, to be a part of something bigger than themselves, something wonderful that touches lives. And so those 2 misconceptions I wanted to lift up right away, that our auxiliary is for men and women, it's for couples, it's for single people, and you don't have to be retired to be part of our auxiliary. You just have to have a heart of service and be willing to be a part of a bigger project, something you can't do all by yourself, but together, coming together, we can do wonderful things. Well, our auxiliary has been around since the beginning of Emmanuel, and they have been a very integral and important part of being with our residents and being here at Emmanuel, making it the wonderful place that it is. And I'd like to read to you their mission statement, because the mission statement forms and shapes our work and our focus. It says, the Emmanuel Auxiliary is a nonprofit organization called to promote Christian-based services, and as an auxiliary, we volunteer for service projects and fundraisers that will enhance the welfare and the quality of care for residents and staff at Emmanuel. Well, the stained glass windows are just one of the many ways currently that the auxiliary is being part of the life of the residents here. That's part of their Tree of Greetings. And the Tree of Greetings they do once a year. It's in December. They put up a Christmas tree and they send out letters. They've picked a project that they invite the community to be a part of, to receive donations and to do something great and big. And I want to read you just a couple of things that have been their projects in the past, so you get a feel of how the auxiliary has been such an important part and continues to be such an important part here at Emmanuel. Back in 1992, they bought the chairs for the chapel. Yes, the chapel was being built, and of course, we don't have pews, but we've got chairs, and it makes it very, very functional and easy to use. And we're still using these chairs today. They're still sturdy, and they're still doing their job. So they make good choices, our auxiliary. The next year, they raised money for an automatic door opener at our front entrance. And now, of course, those are getting to be quite the thing in many businesses, where you push a button and the door automatically opens. And of course, here at Emmanuel, where so many are in wheelchairs or using walkers, it's a wonderful, wonderful gift. In 1994, they bought a transfer lift, and they are very concerned, of course, for the safety of our residents and also for our staff, because when you care for people, especially if they have compromised health in some way, we want to protect both the resident and the staff person as they give the care. And there have been wonderful creations of lifts and different things that can help carefully lift a person, as well as help the staff do their work without hurting themselves. And so the auxiliary, very forward thinking in these days, knows that if that is available, that should be a part of what we do here. And so there are several years that they have raised money for different forms of equipment that help the residents and the staff. They also helped with our coffee shop remodeling over the years, as well as they've bought dishes and tables and chairs for different dining rooms and different projects that we've had in the past, and we love that. They got very creative with our knowing that we are into wellness, and we want people realizing, of course, the more active we are, if we stay active, we have less falls, we keep our balance. And so they also raised money to buy a new step, which is a machine that helps a person exercise and stay limber, and the residents love it. It's easy to use, and it helps them so much. And we thank the auxiliary for their work in raising those funds. In fact, they've bought us 2 new steps. And you know as well, if you've ever looked at equipment like that, it does have a little bit of a price tag on it. So we're so thankful that the auxiliary knows that this is an important part of wellness and health, and they've helped us buy those. They've also established a library here at Emmanuel. They made sure that bookcases were built, beautiful oak bookcases, and by Helping Hands, which is another organization in town that has partnered with us. And so we have a library, and they help continue supplying that and making sure there's large print books and books that the residents enjoy. And maybe one of our most celebrating things that the auxiliary raised funds for was the soft serve ice cream machine, which we have on Tuesday afternoons right after auxiliary bingo. Many, many ways the auxiliary is a part of life here. And that soft serve ice cream has been a hit and a half. Now you know that in this coming year we're going to begin a new building remodeling project here at Emmanuel and at Ecumen Detroit Lakes. And it is going to be one of those life-changing, we're building for the next 50 years. And I know that the auxiliary, in their forward thinking, they have met with our administrator, they met with different people and say, how can we be a part of this, and where is the need going to be the greatest? Because not only do they raise funds, but they also stay with our residents and keep them informed too. They do visits, they go on hospital or clinic appointments with them. They go shopping for them. There's many ways that they connect with the residents on a one-to-one. We have a Pines gift shop. The auxiliary has a Pines gift shop where they have cards that the residents can buy and different items. And so these are the things that, as they're intricately connected with the life of the residents, they know that as we build, and that we are going to be building for the next 50 years, and that we continue to make available for this community a place of wellness and wholeness and care. And we couldn't do that as well as we do without the auxiliary and all that they are involved in. And we want you to know that if you'd like to be a member of the auxiliary, number one, you can be male or female, because it's open to both. You do not have to be retired. You just have to have a heart of service, of being with people, of being part of a project and a volunteer work bigger than yourself, to come and to share the different events that we have, to connect with the residents, to see what their needs are and how you can be a big part of that. So the auxiliary is here, and it's active, it's growing, it's ministering. We meet 3 times a year. We meet in June, and September, and November. And that's how we focus our plans for the next year and keep us excited about the work that's going on here, keep us informed. And if you want to be a part of that, please let me know. I'd like to send you some information. And again, watch for the stained glass windows, because this is just the first of a series of 3. And we're naming them Faith, Hope, and Love. They've been designed and created by Rob Larson in our community. He's doing a beautiful job working with the auxiliary ladies in bringing this beautiful, beautiful creation to us and to you. We're celebrating aging here at Ecumen Detroit Lakes. Have a blessed day.